Hello there, it's Jim Myatke, and I'm filming one more video in this beautiful snowstorm. And I just want to talk about what to photograph. This is a common question I get at betterphoto.com and in my online photography courses. Making the decision of what in a scene would be beautiful. And I'll tell you real briefly in this short video what I look for. Okay, first of all, just getting outdoors and starting to survey the scene is of course the most important thing. But as I look through this beautiful situation, there are a lot of things that I could photograph. I could photograph those beautiful trees in the background with the intricate laces of snow on them. I see a little diagonal line from a previous hiker going through here, and I could use that line to go off into the distance. You see how it kind of converges with the fence line, and that's a nice little elements of design, kind of a graphic element to look for. But I tell you, this is all great in this park scene. One thing I do is I'm going for nature, so I avoid the house in the background. Of course, it's fine to include fences and signs and other signs of humanity. The best is including a person if you happen to have someone with a little bit of bright color walking through. That is a great thing to include. But, most of the time when I'm doing nature photography, I want to get that pristine look. And excuse the bouncing here. I'm going to try to make sure it's a little bit stable because I want to tell you, that's all fine and dandy, that park over there with those converging lines. That's something that I look for. But if I come over here just a few steps, I see this beautiful lake. And again, there are some structures in the background, so photographing from this area, I'm not so sure if that would be my best choice. But if you look over on this side, now that's some intricate, beautiful trees in the background there. And I'm just going to take us for a little bit of a hike here to see if we can get a better view of that in just the remaining few seconds. And I'm keeping an eye out for snowfall. Don't want that to hit my camera. That's sitting over there on that tripod. I left it over there. But also, I'm keeping an eye out for coyotes, or coyotes if you pronounce it that way. They do love to live around here. And so this is the view that I personally think is one of the most ideal. And when I'm looking for scenes to photograph out in nature, I'm looking for beautiful converging lines, but I'm also looking for, like, you see those trees off in the distance. On the other edge of the lake, there's just a set of, maybe about 10 small trees right along the lake line, the shoreline. And then there's that one tall tree. I think that would, if I used a telephoto lens, get in tight on that, that could produce a beautiful composition. I want to exclude the sky because it's pretty boring and bland. And if I can get in there and just get tight on some of those trees along that lake line, now that's an example of what I'm looking for when I'm photographing a scene. First of all, getting out at this time just after it dumped a lot of snow on the scene, so it's nice and fresh and pristine. It's the edge of that snowstorm kind of time. That's the best time to go out. And then you look for things like elements of design, balance, excluding things like the building if you don't want that, excluding things like the sky if it's just not going to do anything for your composition. And remember to always turn it on vertical. I'm not going to do that because I'm filming a video, but also turn it on vertical right after you shoot the horizontal. All right, this is Jim Myatke. Right now, take a moment, will you, and tell me, what do you look for when you're out photographing to help those people that are asking, what should I shoot? What do you do to overcome that inertia or resistance that would keep you indoors or not photographing? What do you do and what do you photograph? Make a quick comment below of what you love to photograph, and I'd love to hear from you. This is Jim Myatke. I'll talk to you in the future. Bye now.